Back with more Buffy. This is episode 13 of season 4, and I'm very, very excited to carry on and see what's going to happen next as we delve, just after the halfway point of the season. Although it doesn't feel like it. It's crazy how quickly the season's going, considering I'm watching Angel alongside it. I feel like time is fleeting, but I'm really, really enjoying this season so far. And I'm looking forward to seeing what's going to happen next. We still have this whole thing with the initiative going on. So I'm excited to kind of learn a bit more about where they could be headed with like the end game of the season. Last episode was a lot of fun. Giles became a demon, which was brilliant. And yeah, it was just kind of a great exploration of Giles as a character, but also Buffy and Giles' relationship as always, because she kind of recognised him through his eyes. And I like that it kind of really addressed how left out Giles had been feeling. So yeah, really enjoyed that, and I can't wait to see what's going to happen next as we continue on. So let's get into the next one.
It's a natural food bar that provides a nutritional energy boost
for
active, health-conscious people.
It's going to turn them all into kids.
No, thanks. Guess she's out with Riley. You know how it is with a spanking new boyfriend.
Yes, we've enjoyed spanking.
Well, the thing is, I think Riley's okay in an oafish kind of way, but am I the only one with a big floating question mark over his head about this initiative thing?
Oh boy.
Well, they do seem to fall in.
I mean, that's progress over Buffy's previous boyfriend.
I was just being modest with the whole lucky thing. You got that right?
I got it. Awesome, Buffy.
Aww. They all seem to like her, except for that guy.
You're a hit. Everybody loves you.
Does she? I don't know.
To a Twinkie? That's his lunch? Oh, he is so gonna be punished.
Everyone's getting spanked but me.
What?
Nothing.
I volunteer as tribute.
We're through. Got it?
Oh. I don't think that's true.
Honeymoon is over.
Oh.
Don't have to do this.
Does that mean honeymoon is over for these two?
I mean, if you'd rather wait.
I'm ready. I want to.
Oh.
You said it was big. You told me, but you never said it was huge.
Don't like to brag.
We call this the pit.
And what do
He
you call
fell in the pit. I can't tell if Walsh likes her or not yet. I feel like it goes back and forth.
The armory.
And she said she liked her before, but then sometimes she's like...
These weapons. Lose either one of them, there's hell to pay, and down here we mean that literally. Again,
Oh.
welcome to the team.
Hey.
I want you to have it.
Aww.
Oh, Tara. That's really sweet. And I can't, it's like a family heirloom. I just wouldn't feel comfortable. But if you wanted to try out some spells with it sometime, I already have plans with people.
Oh. Invite her along.
It's okay. You might feel out of place. I'd better get to class.
That's how everyone's been feeling this season.
I'll see you later, okay?
Almost time to wake up, Adam.
What
Take
the?
the first look at the world. I know you're gonna make me proud.
Fuck, she's Frankenstein.
You said you wanted to invite someone. No one. I mean, I meant a hypothetical someone, which is to say no one. What are we celebrating? I mean, the initiative.
She seems reluctant to talk about Tara, which is interesting.
When did you get a pager? Let's go.
That's our cue. Mother wants us.
Well, I know. Talk later.
Oh, she's all on her own.
This is your objective. Sub-T 67119. Dr. Engelman, we'll brief you on its
Go in their
defenses.
bright colours and everyone else is like dressed the same.
Question.
Tell me what you think about me.
Any questions? Buffy.
If you still wanted to do something.
Oh.
That's not the point. Always been Riley's second in command. Instead, he picks a girl.
His girl.
Whatever. 3 guesses on what that boy's thinking with.
Maybe
I'm
he just wanted to
Forrest.
give you a chance
Calm
to
the
get out
fuck
from under
down.
your shadow.
Hello, Hostile 17.
Oh shit.
Standard flanking, go.
Fuck.
Alert control and Alpha team.
Oh, is it Tracker?
Hostile 17 with a tracer and we're in pursuit.
Uh-oh. Oh! Is Walsh watching this as well?
What do you want to do now?
Each other, apparently. Oh no, she is watching! No, I was joking! I was joking. Please don't be. Oh my goodness. What measurements you would possibly be doing apart from the obvious one? Oh, God. That woman!
Please leave my home now.
The great texture, isn't it?
Is this going to be Spike? Yeah.
Close the door!
Spike?
Nice cape.
Give up these.
I helped you, didn't I?
And that was out of the, evilness of your heart?
Oh, hell no, I made you payment. You right bastard.
Yeah. Oh, that's funny.
No time for layabouts.
Oh. It's going to be there. Hey! The guy's there! Whoa!
Weren't expecting to see me?
No.
I never knew.
It's interesting that they've like had Spike's hairline, then it's cut to like these two and a relationship scene with these two.
You're really not one for asking questions, are you?
I'll leave that to you.
Yeah.
Lose your way, Agent?
Oh. Oh.
No, ma'am.
Suspicions.
I've instructed Beta Team. Make me proud.
Yes, ma'am.
That's what you said to Frankenstein's monster. She watched him have sex. I can't get over
I
it.
think we've got a situation.
Finn will take it hard.
That's why sooner is better.
Are you gonna kill her? Oh! You did want a spiky thing.
It's better.
You're crazy!
Watch it. That hurts. Yeah, there's a bottle of cognac in the cupboard next to the sink. Will you get it for me?
What, you're gonna get snarked now?
It's not from me, you prat. I'm going to operate on it. This'll take some time.
We don't have any.
We have a reading of a Class 3 subterrestrial moving through the sewer tunnels just on the north edge of town.
You're sending her to die.
Low-level threat, minimal aggression.
Evil!
Am I supposed to salute you?
No.
Okay.
She doesn't deserve it.
If she succeeds, her spell will ionize the atmosphere around us, thereby disrupting the tracer signal. Buys us time.
Elements are brought to bear. Wind, earth, and water churned amidst the fire. Let the air be burned.
Oh.
Did it work? The atmosphere ionized?
I bet you yes. What do you mean the signal?
I mean, the lips of
Is it?
She knows her shit stuff. Yeah. Dirty bastards. Yeah, she's definitely dead. Yeah, I totally believe it. Yeah, throw it in the water. Yes! I knew the gun would come into it somehow. Suck it.
I I did everything I could to stop her. I told her to wait for a backup team. She kept insisting she didn't need any team. She could handle it.
First of all, bitch.
So sorry.
I don't understand.
I know what she meant to you.
How could this happen?
She was a very, very special
Aw.
girl. I didn't
She's gonna burst in now.
First.
Oh!
But she had something. I don't know, maybe stopped
Oh,
her.
I love it.
It's hard not to blame myself.
Professor Walsh. That's the recon you sent me on. You really don't know what a Slayer is.
Yes, bitch!
Trust me when I say you're gonna find out.
Oh.
Agent Finn, I order you to stop! Agent Finn! Riley!
Well.
It's not safe for any of us.
If she wants a fight, we'll give her one.
You started it.
I've worked too long to let some little bitch threaten this project.
You turned her first.
For me. And when she least expects it.
Oh. Adam.
Mommy.
Oh, not anymore. What the? Oh. Okay, I really enjoyed that episode. I thought it was really solid. And it was definitely kind of a huge advancement of the plot and setting up for things to come for the rest of the season. This was really kind of the flip of the switch, and the initiative isn't all good. Some shady stuff's going down, and then we have this whole thing with Adam. Interesting, like a Frankenstein's monster kind of mishmash thing. So yeah, interesting. That's not where I was. That's not where I thought they would go. But yeah, I suppose, given what we've seen as Walsh as a character so far, rest in peace. Actually, no, you get burnt in hell. It kind of makes sense that she's always making, I guess, a son for herself. Because like Adam, I just think of like Adam and Eve. And it's like the first man, like the first of this kind of species. And obviously this is definitely a first. So I don't know, maybe that's where she got the name Adam from, but where they're going with that whole thing should be interesting, because I take it she is dead and gone now. I mean, she'd do well to survive that stab through the stomach, or the chest anyway. So maybe Adam's going to be a big threat to come? I don't know, we'll have to wait and see. But I wasn't really expecting that. So yeah, where to begin with properly giving thoughts? I'll talk about Spike first, I guess, and his relationship with everyone. I think someone pointed out to me, was it in the last episode, that it was like the first time that Buffy and Spike had never like shared a scene in an episode, I think, when they were like both in it, which is a very good observation. And we didn't really have any of that again until that final scene, where Buffy was like, "We're all doomed, we're not safe." So I like how they kind of have taken some time to build up Spike's relationships with everyone else other than Buffy, particularly with Giles, with like the last episode and a lot of this episode. It was cool that he's kind of set up home in like that tomb place, and he was kind of like, "I'm done with all you guys," but then this whole thing with the initiative again came back to haunt him in a big way, and he's instantly kind of been drawn back to the Scoobies, which I'm very happy about because I really like him interacting with everyone. I think he has some very interesting relationships with a lot of the Scoobies, particularly with like Willow and Giles. So I'm really glad that he's still very much part of that group, and I'm looking forward to seeing what's going to happen with that, and if he's going to get this like chip removed so he can like attack people again. And if he does get it removed, is he still going to want too. So I feel like he's going to start bonding with everyone now, and he's not going to want to like hurt them, even if he does get the chip removed. So it should be interesting to see where they're going to go with that whole thing. But I really liked everything with Spike, as always. Then Xander and Anya, or Anya, as I've been told to say it, even though Giles says Anya. I'm just going to say Anya. Same thing with Angelus and Angelus. Like I've definitely heard people say Angelus and Angelus, so I'm just going to go over whatever rolls off the tongue. I like how we're getting some more background information in terms of their relationship. With Xander just like getting yet another new job to buy Anya pretty things, which I kind of found quite funny. I mean, we know all too well Anya is all about the jewellery with the thing she used to have in the Wish that Giles destroyed. So I am really enjoying what they're doing with their relationship. I think it's quite lighthearted and fun. And Anya being kind of completely oblivious to how to be a human always provides some laughs. And the whole thing with Xander and those like fruit bar things did provide quite a few comedic moments, particularly Giles trying it and telling them to get out of his house. That was really funny. So I'm liking that again. Buffy and Riley, I like them together. I think it's nice. And they took the next step, and Walsh watched it. Okay. I mean, it doesn't matter now, she's gone. But I liked, they continued to kind of progress that relationship a lot, and you could see Riley was kind of distraught at the end there when he thought Buffy was dead for a minute. And he just walked out and left Walsh, which I think is an interesting thing, quite rightly. So is he done with the initiative? I don't know. Maybe if Walsh was still in charge, but now I'm assuming she's dead, maybe Riley will be drawn back into that mystery. So I don't know if this Adam thing is just going to escape now, or if it's going to like lie back down and pretend it didn't do anything, I don't know. We shall see what happens with that. But yeah, I like the continuing advancement of the Buffy and Riley relationship, how he's like completely almost enamoured with her abilities as the Slayer. I think that's really cool. And I liked how, for the most part, most of the people in the initiative were quite welcoming of Buffy at the start as well, when she was like training with them and stuff. Apart from Forrest, who's an arsehole. I don't like him. So a lot of them felt very welcoming of her, and I like how much she like stood out like a sore thumb, really, when she was like, asking all the questions, and she was just like dressed in these bright colours, and everyone else was in like the camouflage. I liked that even as part of the initiative, seemingly part of the initiative anyway, but Buffy was still very much like a unique character in it, and she still stood out and was kind of separate to everyone else. I kind of like that, because clearly it's not meant to be the Scoobies in the initiative kind of working together. I find the initiative such a hard word to say. Initiative. So yeah, I like the advancement of that relationship, and I do think Riley and Walsh's relationship is somewhat interesting as well, and that kind of betrayal. I like that we kind of peeled away a lot of the layers to Walsh in this episode, and I found it kind of unpredictable in certain terms, which I really enjoyed. And they did seem to kind of have almost a mother and son bond. I mean, we don't really know a lot, I think, about Riley's family. We did mention that he like goes and lives, he stays with them during the holidays and stuff. But he did seem to have kind of a mother-son bond with Walsh at times, because she always kind of called him Riley, then corrected herself and said Agent Finn. And even when he kind of walked out on her at the end, she shouted Riley, when all hope seemed lost. And she was like, make me proud. And she's like made this Adam creature. And she said that he'd make her proud and stuff like that. So I feel like they had that kind of weird bond. And then she just like watches him buying Buffy, which was an interesting thing. She definitely was like very, very controlling of everything and wanted to monitor every aspect of life. And clearly that seemed to be her downfall in the end, so that's kind of poignant. The classic kind of killed by your own creation trope, that, you know, you build this thing and it turns on you. It's been done quite a lot, so I'm interested in seeing where they're going to take this story, and what Adam is going to bring. Willow and Tara. Let's talk about this. If I had a thinking cap, I'd put it on. I noticed it in the last episode, and I forgot to mention it in my afterthoughts, but it happened again. Willow doesn't seem to want to talk about Tara a lot, to like Buffy and stuff. Because Buffy was like, oh, who do you want to invite then? And Willow was like, well, no one. And in the last episode, I think it was, she told Buffy that she was just like, she spent time on her own in the library all night or something, when she was actually like doing the rose thing with Tara. So I think it's interesting that she's keeping that from everyone. I don't know if it's just because not everyone's always approved of her doing the magic thing, and sometimes it's gotten out of hand, because the last time everyone was really aware of it was like something blue, and she made that whole mess of the spell. So maybe she just doesn't, she's very reluctant to tell anyone that she's like still practicing that in a big way with someone else, and bringing more people into that. I don't know. But I don't know. I also feel like there's more to it than that, if you know what I mean. But I feel like I could be way off. I am getting the vibe that I think Tara definitely has a thing for Willow. I think that's a definite. But I also feel like Willow could be returning that. I feel like I could be way off. But that's how I've kind of read that scene. Mainly, I think the main reason I get that in this particular episode is several times I think this episode kind of, well, having seen that Buffy and Riley had sex in this episode, they kind of foreshadowed it earlier when Buffy was first brought into the initiative. So he was like, oh, are you sure you want to do this? And she's like, oh yeah, I'm ready and stuff. And then it was just her like going into the initiative and stuff. But then they did end up sleeping together later on. And Spike said a few things in this episode, like, oh, honeymoon's over. And they were like cut to Buffy and Riley straight away. She's like, is there trouble in paradise here? The way a lot of like innuendos were used to talk about different relationships and talk about sex in this episode. And then we had a similar thing in the way they were talking about Buffy and Riley with Willow and Tara. And Willow was like, oh, I know it's late, but do you still want to like do stuff? You know, do you still want to do something? And Tara was like, yeah, I do still want to do something. So I feel like there might be something there. I don't know. I'm not sure yet. I'll see where they take it. But I would say that Tara definitely, although she does seem very lonely, I think she's just kind of desperate to have people to hang out with. But I think she seems quite sweet and wholesome. But that's kind of how I read it, only because of the way they wrote like the innuendos behind Buffy and Riley in this episode as well. They were doing a similar thing with the Willow and Tara, which kind of makes me think maybe that's a thing. And you know, Vampire Willow said like, I think I might be gay, and that line's always kind of like, interesting. I got a lot of comments about that line, I think, as well at the time. And, you know, at that time she didn't say, I think she might be gay. In terms of talking to Vampire Willow, she was like, I think I'm kind of gay. So, I don't know, maybe... I don't know. Maybe I'm just reading way too much into it because I do that. But just from the way this episode was written, I kind of found similarities between the very clear relationship between Buffy and Riley and then the friendship between Willow and Tara. But I don't know, I've talked enough about that. That's just kind of what I took from it personally. So we'll see where they go with that. But yeah, I liked seeing Buffy kind of work with the Initiative. I thought it was a very interesting kind of thing, and to see it all go wrong, and we kind of know exactly where Buffy and the Scoobies need to stand with the Initiative now. There's kind of no blurred lines about that now. You know, they tried to kill Buffy, so she's going to be like, I'm taking you down. And Spike's going to want to take him down too, so hopefully he's going to help out in any way he can. And Riley seems to have kind of turned his back on Walsh at least a bit. Walsh is dead, I assume, and we have this Adam thing. Just don't know how I feel about it. I feel like it's kind of weird. I mean, it's basically just some assembly required, again, but with demon bits. That sounded weird. But we'll see where they go with it. I don't really know. I don't know why he even killed Walsh and then called her mummy. Like, that's mixed signals. We'll see. But I'm excited to see where they go with it. But overall, I really, really liked this episode a hell of a lot. I think there was loads of plot advancement. Some interesting character things that I probably read too much into. Obviously, don't tell me either way. That's just kind of the impression I was getting. I kind of wanted to learn a bit more about Walsh. So if she's really dead and gone, I'm kind of sad. Because I think the last couple of episodes she's proved to be quite interesting, but we'll see. Spike, a delight. And I liked the development of Buffy and Riley as well. So yeah, I really, really enjoyed this episode a lot, and I'm looking forward to seeing where we're going to take things. As we have, what, 9 episodes after the season? So we've still got quite a long way to go, and that's plenty of time to roll with this Adam thing. If, you know, for all I know, he'd be dead in the next episode. But yeah, I'm intrigued to see what's going to happen. So yeah, really good episode, I really liked it, and I'm looking forward to seeing where we're going to go next. And my next reaction will be to episode 14 of Buffy. So yeah, until then, thanks for watching.